Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing really well, and I hope that the winter is treating you really well. It's winter in my part of the hemisphere, and to those who are celebrating or are witnessing summer, I hope the summer is treating you really well. And I hope that the new year, the upcoming year, will bring us good news and happiness and all that we missed in the last year. And today I will be sharing with you the recipe of Masoor Dal. Masoor Dal is basically a popular lentil dish. It's basically an orange color lentil, and it is popular in North Indian cuisine. And this dish is, like I said, is made with pink lentils, and it's called Masoor Dal in Hindi. So to make this, I am taking 1 cup of Masoor Dal, and I just washed it and kept it aside. And in a pressure cooker, I'm taking 1 tablespoon of oil. Any vegetable oil, you can actually use ghee also at this point, but I'm going to use ghee for tempering. And now in this, I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and these are my 2 garlics, which I'm going to crush using my garlic press. Now you can actually use crushed garlic, or you can even use ground garlic, which is probably sitting in your fridge. Add this to your oil so that the oil is infused with beautiful flavors of garlic and cumin. And at this point, I'm going to add 1 medium-sized tomatoes. I'm going to chop it well, and add that to my dal. So basically, these are the only things that will go. The whole things apart from the spices. The spices, I'm taking salt, turmeric, coriander, and cumin, which is a basic spice to cook any Indian food. So one day I will be sharing with you the basics of Indian cooking, and what are the spices and what are the things that goes in Indian cooking. So basically, the basic spices that goes in Indian cooking: saute it well, and always use diced tomatoes, because diced tomatoes will not float in your dal like, or in the soup, like big chunks and this coverings floating on it, which looks so bad. So if you use diced tomatoes, it kind of prevents that. Now mix the dal really well. It's kind of saute it for a couple of minutes and not more, and add enough water, and let this cook in the pressure cooker. Now if I'm always in a hurry, because I always cook my food at night after I come back from work. So dals and things like that, I need to cook really fast, and I use a pressure cooker. But if you're at home and if you're cooking in the afternoon and you have a lot of time, you can actually go ahead and cook it in a pot as well. But when you're cooking in a pot, do not add so much water all at once, because what happens is that when you add a lot of water, the tendency of dal to boil over is higher, and it may boil over and spill on your stove. So add water in increments, little by little, and when it keeps going, keep adding water. And Masoor Dal hardly takes time to cook. It just takes 2 or 3 whistles and your dal is done. It's that simple. It's the easiest dal to make. It's the easiest and the most nutritious, and it is really, really delicious to make. Now after the pressure has settled, I'm just opening my pressure cooker, and I'm just mixing this dal here. And Masoor Dal has a quality of absorbing a lot of water. So what happens is that when you take one cup of Masoor Dal, this 1 cup of Masoor Dal can last you for a couple of days, if you don't eat it all at once. When you leave this Masoor Dal to sit for a few hours, you will notice that it becomes thick. It thickens with time, so you have to keep adding water for it to bring it to the original consistency. So I always feel that sometimes Masoor Dal acts like it's sitting in a magic porridge pot, and the dal is just on and increasing. Anyways, coming back to the recipe, I've taken around 4 to 5 green chilies, and I've just gotten rid of the stems, and I've added that to my dal, and I'm adding some coriander leaves. I've purposely kept my green chilies as whole so that when children eat, they know that those are green chili and do not accidentally chew on it, because you know what happens when children eat green chilies. It's a fiasco. So just to avoid that, I've added. Now time for the first way to eat. I'm preparing a temper here, so I'm going to temper the dal, and I've taken 2 tablespoons of clarified butter or ghee. You can actually take butter also, or you can even use oil for this. It's not hard and fast, but clarified ghee or butter adds such a taste, you cannot beat that with anything. I've taken 1 sliced onion and I've sliced it really thin, and I've added to this all. Now when my onion had turned translucent, I've added around 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and I'm going to let this turn into slightly browned onions, and not even golden, a little more than that. So you know, that's the kind of onion that I prefer in my dal. At that stage, now I'm going to pour out some dal in my bowl, and at this point I just wanted to make a mention here that the written recipe is available on my website, and I will leave the link in my description box so you guys can check it out there for the exact recipe and all the measurements and everything. And if you like this recipe and if you like my channel, please do not forget to subscribe and share this with your friends so that they can watch, and I keep getting encouraged to do this. Now I've added 3 whole chilies, and I'm also adding around ½ teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili. Kashmiri red chili is not at all spicy, at least for me as an Indian, but I believe that it just adds a beautiful color, and that's the reason why I use Kashmiri red chili. I'm just using that, and I'm adding it to my dal. And this is my this is my tempered dal, and this dal tastes so delicious, so absolutely delicious. This is the first way of eating dal. The second way of eating dal would be to especially eating during days, you know, in during breakfast. And this is a favorite of my husband. So whenever he is whenever he wants to go, whenever he's getting ready for office, and he eats this as a breakfast, he takes dal and he adds some onion to this, sliced onions. It is not a set quantity of how much onion, it's up to you how much ever you want. And squeeze a bit of lemon to this, and add coriander leaves, and that's it. This is what it is. This is ready for breakfast. This dal you can eat. It's not important, it's not necessary for you to eat only during breakfast. You can have it anytime, but this dal tastes so delicious. You can eat it 2 different ways. So I hope that you will try this recipe. I hope you will enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye.